It is time for Star Trek Tuesday. It's the main viewer live. If you don't believe that it's live, ask us questions in the live chat right now and we will answer them. Maybe, but we will acknowledge them. Maybe if we see them, right? So, but we're going to talk about Star Trek, of course, and all the Star Trek and sci-fi news of the week, of which there is a lot. There's a big guest announcement for Star Trek Las Vegas. That's pretty gigantic. Also, it is a week, so Star Trek 4 is in the news because there is Star Trek 4 in the news every week. But you guys, here's the key. Star Trek 3, that was Beyond Burger, was 2016. We're now in 2025. This is today, we're going to reveal to you the biggest Star Trek movie news in 9 years. Maybe, but but also it is the biggest Star Trek news, Star Trek movie news in 9 years. Up next. So, boy.
Maybe.
No, AI, baby. So, also, Strange New Worlds is in the news. Big news from Strange New Worlds. Big, big, big news. Really excited about that. I see a Nurse Chapel picture, so that's really cool. Everybody loves Nurse Chapel, right?
We do.
Okay. Trelane is in the news. Star Trek Online is doing something really cool, which I'm excited about. So I feel like feels like we're watching wrestling, Matt, and then every time somebody says something, the crowd goes, "What?" Now every time we say something, I want to say maybe afterwards. That's weird.
Here, maybe afterwards too. Maybe.
Also, everybody in the live chat, please make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon for notifications. If you're listening in, give us a 5-star rating and a nice review. We'd really appreciate that.
Maybe.
No, we definitely would, of course. But before we went live, we were talking about nachos. So while we get this show started, everybody in the live chat, let us know 5 ingredient nachos, not including the chips, of course. But you can include chips if you want to, like, say specific, like blue chips, or maybe you want nachos with ruffles. I don't know. So I know, I want to try it now.
When I worked at a restaurant, at a particular restaurant, a pub, let's say, they had like those big fat steak fries. And I used to, on a like night, on a hangover day, I would get them to make the nachos on top of the fries for me.
Yes.
Yes. Nacho fries.
Nacho fries are great.
I have those in high school. Yeah, if they tried to eat some, would you ever say, "Hey, those are nacho fries"?
Oh,
maybe. Maybe.
Maybe.
Anyway, so let us know in the live chat, everybody, if you have all the ingredients of the world at your disposal and you want to make the perfect nachos a la Matt, or a la Jenny, or a la Melissa, or a la Paul Brullo, or a la Mark Zutkoff, what would that be?
It's no-chos.
What?
What does that mean?
No?
Like
Nachos?
No nachos?
So, hello to Sarit. Good to see you back again. Hello to Walter Ian K. Hi, Bob D. Hi, Joshua Reeve. Hi, Dave Gregory. He says, untagging Linda Anderegg.
There's some chat drama going on.
Yeah, there really is. It's great. I love it.
Maybe.
Hi to On B
and
Black
Olives. Yes.
Black Olives.
Yes.
Paul Brullo, May Borello out in the May area. Everybody knows. And so on. It's good to see all of you. John Davis, Rookie of the Year. Red Shirt Bob. Okay. Bob D says, Whoa, Bob D says the recipe I posted yesterday. This guy's like can see the future. He's like in cause and effect.
What? That's crazy.
He says the recipe I posted yesterday has 5 ingredients. What the heck? 5 ingredients exactly. And they are great on nachos. Cheese.
Amazing.
Kind of cheese. Okay, so cheese, olives, pickles, bacon, and juices from each.
Bob D.
Oh, no,
What the heck?
No.
Should be called Bob D minus from that one. No, I'm just
That's
guys.
not a maybe.
Star Trek is here. Star Trek has arrived in the live chat.
Oh, Star Trek. Thank goodness you made it,
Hi.
Star Trek. Now we can start talking about Star Trek and Lamaya Lancaster. Hello. And Greg Kenzo.
Yeah.
Hi, Greg Kenzo.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe.
Let's get into, before we talk about our nachos of the day, let's talk about Star Trek 4 news, shall we? This is from one of our favorite websites called screenrant.com. The writer is Ryan Northrup, and it's entitled, well, I'll just show you the title, because this is it. If this is it, please let me know. Remember that song?
Yeah.
Yes.
Simon Pegg tried to get Nick Frost cast as an iconic Star Trek character. Quote, I've pitched it multiple times. Harry Mudd. Is that Harry Mudd?
Harry Mudd.
It definitely could be.
Really? I just guessed because I don't know who this Nick Frost is, but I looked at his face. What
Well, he's a
what's that?
British actor. But yeah, it is Harry Mudd that he's tried to pitch him for.
Yeah. And they're like besties. They came
Shaun of
up
the Dead.
together. Spaced.
Shaun of the Dead.
But yes.
Spaced. Yes.
Shaun of the
we did
Dead.
watch the first.
Hot
That's
Fuzz.
Spaced.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Did you? Oh, that's right. That's
I
right.
love
You did.
Hot Fudge.
Yeah. Hot Fuzz. Paul. Shaun of the Dead. The end. The World's End. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nick
Shaun of
Frost.
the Dead was hilarious. It's an
so good.
actual zombie movie that I enjoy.
Yeah.
I liked Zombieland. That was a good one.
Zombieland is good.
Did I watch Zombieland?
Man, Bill Murray, forget about it.
No, I did watch that. That was hilarious. And he was they were in his house. And
It's Rachel's comfort movie, Zombieland.
Good
that
taste.
is funny. Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, back to this news. Melissa, is this guy Nick Frost, who sounds like a Marvel superhero already, is this guy maybe wavering, like he might do it? And is he being pitched for Star Trek 4 specifically and only?
I don't really know, but I do know that because it's not very clear, but it just says that Simon Pegg has been trying to get Nick Frost into Star Trek 4, because that's the next one, as Harry Mudd. So however that comes about, I'm not sure. And he didn't Simon Pegg write the last movie, so I'm not sure why it didn't work out, but maybe he needed to go in a different direction for the idea for his script. But if they did go into the comedy route for Star Trek 4,
right?
I think he would be a great choice for Harry Mudd.
I agree. I love those
Live
guys.
chat, let us know. If not Nick Frost, who would you like to see in the role of Harry McMudd? Harcourt Fenton Mudd, that is.
I love that.
That's a good one. Also, yes.
I just thought maybe Jack Black.
Yeah.
Wow, that is a good
Yeah.
choice.
That's
Actually
like
be
just
a
a
lot of
like,
fun.
here's the guy. Bloop, there he is. Like it's just
Oh my God, he'd be like,
he doesn't even
I
need
don't
like
know why all these women are here, but here they are.
he doesn't even need costume or makeup and just
Yeah.
plop him in and he's just hey, I'm here.
He's like, do I need to shave? Who cares?
Nope.
Dealer's choice. Have fun.
Exactly.
I've got all these little women here.
It'd be fun.
That's amazing.
Be fun.
Mhm,
He was just on
mhm.
SNL.
Yes. I saw some of those clips. That was awesome.
So
You're
the other
my
question is,
Yeah.
who that has not been introduced in these reboot movies,
Mm.
who would you like to see reprised? Like, I want to see Nurse Chapel. In fact,
Yeah.
when I first saw Alice Eve was in Into Darkness, I thought that was going to be Nurse Chapel.
Oh
That
yeah.
was my
sure,
first
yeah.
guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We also have
You know,
Janice Rand as a possibility.
Mhm.
Yeah. What were you gonna say,
I
Matt?
think we're long enough. I was gonna say, do you think we're long enough that maybe David?
Oh,
At this
Baby David.
point.
Baby
Yeah.
David.
At this
Yeah,
point,
Baby
yeah.
David.
since we're 10 years past the last one, you think maybe,
Yeah.
I mean, how many years has it been since Into Darkness? Maybe, there was a little
10.
behind the scenes
Mhm.
rendezvous in that
What kind of rendezvous?
some docking procedures, I think.
Man,
He's
I don't know if
He's
you guys know
talking
what.
about intercourse.
Oh, good, because if you guys knew what docking was,
Oh, I thought Interstellar.
Well,
Interstellar intercourse.
oh, and the music sounds like this. Bow chicka bow bow.
Welcome to the news show, everybody.
Exactly. Brown chicken, brown cow.
all right, I'm putting it in the Zoom chat for you guys because this is not for the public's ears.
Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. What the?
What? How
No.
is this
No.
possible?
No, thank you.
How is this possible? I can't even get a visual. It's not working.
I got one.
You're
I don't
missing
like it.
out.
I broke. It's broken.
Ooh.
All right, Melissa asked for a visual. Here comes the
No,
visual.
you
No, I'm
don't.
just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I want to see.
Oh, wait, are we still live? Hang on. We got a show to
Yes,
do.
we are.
We got a
Yes, we
show to do. And I like to apologize
Okay.
for Melissa's behavior.
Back
to work. Okay, so Star Trek. Docking procedures, docking clamps. They have those.
Sometimes this news thing pops up in the corner of my computer, and the only thing I saw from it was probes. So,
Oh no.
it's just so timely.
Melissa, I think you have this show confused with Star Trek and Chill. This is a very
Hey.
serious news show.
Okay.
Oops.
Okay. So let's see what the live chat has to say. To Pring, Joel says to Pring. That's a good one. Although I love
Ooh.
to Pring in Strange New Worlds. She's
Same.
Yeah.
amazing. I forgot the actress's name, but she's fantastic.
Yeah.
She is fantastic. And
Yeah.
I hope we see her again.
I hope so too.
It was wonderful.
Yeah.
And she and Spock have great chemistry, in my opinion.
Yeah.
When will I see you
Yeah.
again?
Gia Sandu.
Gia Sandu, very good. Yeah.
Thank you,
Ah.
Matt.
Thanks, Matt.
All right. Joel says the spider.
Joel.
Joel also says Star Trek 4 is NSFW, I guess. But yeah, let us know, you guys. What do you think? Would you like to see Janice Rand reprised in
Yes.
number 4? Because honestly, look, we obviously lost Chekhov.
Mm-hmm.
They could keep it as 6 main characters.
Yeah.
They could
Mhm.
keep bring back, what was her name? Jayla from the third one. They
Yeah.
could, or they could
Mhm.
bring back Carol Marcus from the second one. But I feel like why not
Right.
bring somebody that was kind of part of the show? Like you could bring back Dr. Mbenga, you could bring back
Yeah, it's fun.
Nurse
Captain
Chapel,
April.
Janice
Captain-
Rand,
Mm-hmm.
April,
Yeah.
you know. Joshua Reef says Savick. Wow, very good.
Ooh,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Yep.
I'm on board for that.
What
Oh.
about Perm Kirk? You could bring back Kirk with when he had the
Yes,
perm.
the
I just
perm.
painted his perm. It was quite something.
Feels like it would take forever.
Yeah, it did. It did actually. You gotta get the like perm shadows on the forehead correctly.
That was the 80s
Shadows,
thing, man.
perm
I remember my
shadows.
dad getting a perm. My dad got a perm and he grew a mustache, and we were like, no.
Beautiful.
Wow.
That's
I gotta
amazing.
see.
Nope.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Followed
I saw
by a
somebody
perm
say,
shadow.
Shadow.
somebody said Gary Marshall,
Perm shadow.
which
Oh, Lieutenant Leslie, the Trek reviewer says that's a great
sorry,
one.
not Gary Marshall, Gary Marshall.
No,
You're
no,
looking at
you're,
Chris
Gary-
Marshall.
No, you're
Gary
thinking of
Mitchell.
Gary Mitchell. Yeah,
Gary Mitchell.
I knew who you meant. Yeah.
He's gonna come direct Pretty Woman for us. Okay.
Yes.
Lieutenant Leslie. What about Lieutenant Kyle?
I was just
Yeah.
gonna say that.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
that'd be
I
cool.
won't stop. Go ahead.
What about Lieutenant Kyle?
Mhm.
Maybe.
Maybe.
What
I think it would be
about
the more the merrier, honestly. I'd love seeing characters added.
Adonias. Adonias? Adonias? Adonias, Adonias,
Right.
Adonias,
Very good.
Adonias, Adonias.
Bloop, bloop, bloop. Well played, Melissa.
Let's see if he ever got rescued. Or
Mhm.
yeah.
Greg Kenzo's drunk. He says Gollum, but I don't think
Gollum.
that's. And Mark Zetkoff says, please, no Trelane.
No Trelane.
I mean, that's fair.
We're gonna get him in Strange New Worlds.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
Mm.
You know?
Sam Kirk. All right.
Ooh.
Kazinti.
Mress. Mress. Mress.
Oh.
Mress. Mress.
Right. Eric's.
Eric's.
yeah.
Yeah.
That would be cool. Yeah.
That would be
Yeah.
cool. Get some.
Matt
want them to bring
Matt
in-
Decker's a good one.
Oh,
Sam
yeah.
Kirk.
I want them to just plop Wesley Crusher into the middle of it.
Ah, yes.
You know?
Time traveler.
He talked about it. He talked about the Kelvin universe
That would be fun.
in Prodigy.
Yeah.
So it would tie it all together.
It
Wesley
would.
Crusher, that's my vote.
Ha ha ha. I have a feeling we have a poll coming.
Oh yeah. Because there's too many great answers
Mhm.
here. This is too good.
Yeah. Sam Kirk.
All right, so this first one, just kind of randomized. Who do you want to bring back in Star Trek 4? Janice Rand. Oops, I put Janie Rand. She's got a gun, you know.
Nice.
MRS, Gary Mitchell, or Matt Decker.
What did her daddy do?
What album is that from?
I don't know.
1988?
Oh,
I just remember really liking that song.
Pump. I believe it was
That's-
Pump. Pump.
mm-hmm.
Pump.
Pump.
Okay.
Hmm.
Lieutenant
Pump
Bailey.
the jam, pump it up. It's fun.
We're in a singing mood today, huh?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
are.
All right. Okay, very cool. So let's see how that. People are saying Janice Rand here.
Mm-hmm.
So let's do another one to get the other 4.
Janice had a sister. Nice, John Davis.
Nice. See, that's the kind of creative thinking I enjoy in the fandom.
Right.
I make typos all day.
Don't we all?
So let's see, Nurse Chapel.
Oh yeah, Nurse
Okay.
Chapel.
Yeah.
Banga.
That would be great.
Who else?
Yeah.
Oh, Lieutenant
Una.
Kyle.
We need Una.
But wouldn't that be kind of like backwards in the timeline? Like,
Would it?
She'd be older.
yeah. I'm trying to think of like people that would like
'Cause
that were
she'd
on
be
the
like-
ship at that time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, who was the other guy? Oh, Matt Decker. Did we already say Matt Decker?
Yes.
Who was the guy?
I wanted him to come on the
what?
bridge and freak out.
Who was the lieutenant? Leslie. There he is.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Well, what was that guy's name who did the cross-eyed thing and made things happen? He was a
Charlie
weird
X?
kid.
Mhm.
Charlie
Charlie?
X. Yes.
Oh shoot, I forgot Savick. Oh well, there's only so many people you could put in a YouTube thing.
Charlie X is a creepazoid, by the way.
Total creep.
Yeah. Like creepazoid.
So creepy. He's
Yeah.
like, that's
I think
One
he's
of
so
the-
fucking special.
he's
Very
a
special?
creep.
He's a
Very
little
special.
like interstellar incel. Like
Over here before, but he couldn't look her in the eye.
I like that song too.
It's only 4 chords repeated over and over again. It's a good song, though. No, it's great.
What they do with those chords, it's great.
Mhm.
You know, I used to teach people how to play drums with that song
What?
because it was like the simplest song that anybody could, play the drum to really slow, and they recognize
Yeah.
the song. They know the song, right?
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
they can play along to it. And it's also the easiest where I could just pick up a guitar and play, and they feel like they're rocking out. They're like, I'm playing Creep by Radiohead right now. This is awesome. Pay attention to your snare. Okay, I'm doing it. I swear. But
That's
I thought it was just like a
amazing.
super easy and fun way to just kind of
Oh
learn the
my
basics.
God. Hmm.
You know
My
who
son
does
actually sent. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Go
Melissa.
ahead.
No, I
I
was
was
just gonna say
gonna
my
say-
son sent me.
Go ahead. For real,
No,
go
no.
ahead.
No, go. I'm just sorry. I was being a punk. Go ahead.
Were you really? Okay. No, talk about your son. Go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say he sent me
Oh, do you think
a Radiohead clip the other day. I was like,
Ah,
oh, yeah, that's a great song. And he goes, "You listen to Radiohead?" And I was like,
that's right. The kids are discovering them. Yeah.
Dude.
That's
I
amazing.
was like, dude, come on now.
Hmm.
But anyway, I'm very excited to hear that he listens to Radiohead.
Nice. All right, we're closing out this poll. It looks like
Wow.
the 2 finalists. Should we do one more poll to get those 2 finalists, or should we do one more poll?
One
I think-
more, Paul, because
Yeah.
Mark Zitkoff had a very good suggestion.
All right, and we also should have
Zephram
Savick.
Cochran.
Okay, but see, he
Zephram-
wasn't on. Oh no, he was. Shoot,
Yes, he
you're right,
was.
That's brilliant.
TOS. Yeah.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay, yeah, and then Savick.
Yeah.
This is too much fun. I could do this all day. I can't stop. Can't stop myself. We need 2 more.
Ooh. John
Zephram-
Davis says Elder Shran. Elder Shran.
Nope.
Why not?
People that were on the original series.
Oh, okay.
Or the animated series. Eric's, and we
Yeah.
we can do Eric's.
We can do Eric's. Yeah.
Eric's,
Maybe.
One more. Elon of Troyes. Okay. That's it. All bets
Did
are
we
in.
do to Pring?
Oh no. Matt, are you okay with doing T'Pring instead of Elon?
I am.
Oh, sweetie.
Aw.
This guy.
Hey, Melissa, what were you going to say when Matt interrupted you?
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm just kidding.
These are good ones.
Who's
What
the
were you gonna
wind
say,
up
Melissa?
merchant now? I was gonna say, you know who does a really good cover of Creep?
Ooh.
Kelly Clarkson.
She does. It's true.
Kelly
It's so true.
Clarksburg.
Kelly Clarkson.
Yeah. The woman has an amazing voice, and
Yeah.
I
Yes,
just
she does.
I love to listen
Kelly
to her sing.
Clarkington.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know who does a really cool cover of Careless Whisper?
You.
I
No,
love that
believe me,
song.
no.
You do.
Seether, the South African metal band, if you remember them.
Interesting.
It
Right.
is
Did you share that?
it is an incredible song, man. Oh my goodness.
I just
Anyway,
love the song as it is, but
Yeah.
I love how George Michael
okay.
did it.
So we're going to close this last poll. The winner is Savick. So I think it was Savick, Chapel, and Rand. And who's our wild card? Banga 27, MRS 23, Zephram 31. It's Zephram. Okay. Anyway, while I put this up, Jenny,
Yes.
predictions on when Star Trek IV with Harry Mudd will premiere in theaters.
All right, let me think about this. I got to do the math on this. Okay, so if they start writing it right now,
Oh, that's right.
and then they like get everybody on board, and then they film it, and then they do post-production, I'm gonna say an optimistic Christmas 2027.
That's what I thought
Well,
you'd
that
say.
could work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I believe it's
But
already written
oh,
and rewritten
interesting.
several times over.
Yes,
And
How much
agreed.
does that
rewritten.
shave off? Does that make it
Right.
summer of 2027?
I still feel like because they got to get everybody, right? People are doing stuff. Zoe Saldana just won an Oscar. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
there's stuff happening, so they got to like
Right.
line everybody up. You know,
This
Simon
is
Pegg
true.
clearly can't do it this summer because he's busy. You know.
Mark Zutkoff says the 12th of never.
Also,
Yeah, but they all of the actors clearly want to do Star Trek 4.
Absolutely.
Every
Absolutely.
time anybody asks about it, they're like, "Yeah, I want to do it. Yeah, I want to do it."
Yeah.
The Trek reviewer says Ryab T. Husk. So,
Oh, I like that.
how did you know my nickname? We've got the final poll, which is Savick, Rand, Chapel, and Zephram C. Of I think it would be awesome if they brought literally all four of them back in the movie. Just have them there. I would not be upset. I would not say that's too many people.
Yeah.
But if there could
Could be
only
a
be
single
one,
whale. Oh, and Harry Mudd has the whales.
the Gormagander. He rode in on a Gormagander in Discovery.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Well, and
That
then
was the
he had
episode
the
that I was
tribbles,
like,
right?
Yeah. Yes, 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 right? Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I just literally quoted the only thing I remember from Discovery. I don't remember
It
anything
would be
else.
great to have Savick in there and make it really uncomfortable for Spock interacting with Savick and Uhura, since in the Kelvin
Right.
universe,
Oh. But if it is the Kelvin universe, who's to say Spock and Savick
Exactly.
even happen?
What about to Pring?
Oh, that's true too.
To Pringles? What
Spock's
about
like fighting him
Nurse
off with a
Chapel?
stick, man. Yeah.
Again,
What,
who's to say? Because
but
what if
Uhura and
Jess?
Spock
but if Prime Spock shared his history with Kelvin
what
universe,
if? Oh,
That'd be pretty
what
funny
if-
if he did.
he
It was
knew
like
What if-
he's like, we're gonna sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say if okay, Kate, we're gonna save the world, but also I need you to know my
Right.
these are the ladies you need to look out for. Go ahead, Melissa.
I was gonna say, what if Prime and Kelvin Spocks did a Spock on Spock mind melt?
Or is it in Time Cop and they
That
just go
would be-
That's what I'm saying.
My mind to your mind.
What about if, and this could be really cool, what about if Nurse Chapel is in Star Trek 4, played by Jess Bush? And then because she's the Strange New Worlds Nurse Chapel, right? So then what if then she like tries to lean in for a little kissy poo to Spock and he's like, "Whoa, I don't know you." But she's like, "No, remember we kissed
So
and
what,
stuff
she
sometime."
jumped universes?
I don't know.
Well, and then because wouldn't Nurse Chapel have to be the same age as the Kelvin, Kirk, and Uhura and Chapel and
I don't know. Were they all the same age? I guess probably around, right?
around, right?
So what they could
So they would
wrinkle
be,
her up a few years.
well, again.
That's
I don't know.
confusing.
Yeah, I don't know. I just thought it would be cool if Strange New Worlds has some actors from Strange New Worlds
That would be
in
cool.
Star Trek 4
Mhm.
reprising those
Absolutely.
characters.
I mean, yeah. I think we can all agree that we love Jess Bush.
We do.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Matt got
But-
very serious there. I don't know how to interpret that. I don't know how to interpret that. Could be very good or very bad.
I was just looking to see how old Spock was in the original series. He was supposed
70,
to be
80?
35. He was only
Oh.
35, which is about the
Really?
same age as Leonard. Yeah. That's interesting. I would have expected him to maybe be a little bit older.
Oh,
Yeah. Me too.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I'm still surprised at how old people looked in the 80s.
It's all the freaking
Indeed.
cigarette
That definitely was a factor.
Sorry.
Like how I always thought Bones was the old man.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was like, he was an old man. He was like 40 or something.
Yeah.
Like that.
Although now,
or like,
once
what
I'm
is it?
older, now I'm like, oh no, Bones can get it. Like,
Whoa.
love Bones.
Wow.
Yeah, love Bones. Love Bones.
Yeah, this
She's
is the
not
crazy
crazy.
one.
McCoy was only supposed to be 38 in the original series.
Here's the crazy one.
I like
Check
him a
this
little
out.
craggy, you know?
Look at this. Look at these
Oh my God, I
ages.
love this so much.
That's
I know,
crazy.
it's
Sam was 34, Diana was 33. These guys, Cliff and Norm, were 35 and 34. What the
Yeah.
heck?
I know.
I thought they were a million.
Yeah.
And even
Yeah.
old man Coach was 58.
I know.
He was
Yeah.
supposed to be like an
Like
old.
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the joke was that he was super old and be like, huh, what's going on? You know, but
Yeah.
he was 58.
Like if it was now, he
Right.
would be a Gen X guy,
Wow.
an elder Gen X. That's
Wow.
crazy.
I can't believe those ages anyway.
I know.
I like to revisit that every once in a while and sort of like try to put it all in perspective. Because
Have you seen the
what?
things with
It's
like
nuts.
where they've changed out their hairstyles?
Oh my God,
and
yeah.
look completely younger.
Yeah.
Rather than having like that
it's
thing.
Yeah.
That's
The grandma
soccer
dude.
mom.
Yeah.
That's it's so funny because I just when I see that because my grandmother did. She had that elderly
Yeah, my grandma did too.
stateswoman perm, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, yeah. You look at some high school yearbooks back then, and 17-year-olds look 30.
It's true.
Oops.
Because they were. I mean, how many times have you failed this course?
Oh, here's a good one.
It's like the guys that stayed in my school. I had extra year just so they could play hockey, you know?
Oh, you can play hockey in Canada anywhere.
Yeah, but like for the high school team, you have to be in high school.
Look at these.
Oh, there we go.
Look at these guys.
Yeah.
48?
I know. It's nuts.
The Golden Girls were in their 50s.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Indeed. Yes.
Alice from that show was 43.
Was
This
43?
Get
Yeah.
out.
guy.
Edith Bunker was 44. Good
Wow.
God.
That's insane.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Oh my goodness.
I'm telling you.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
they were supposed to be young. That's not that big of a deal. The Friends guys.
Right.
Anyway.
Yeah.
But
Anyway,
even so, when we were watching it, they seemed older. So that's actually
I felt
more
like
of a
they-
like,
I always
that's
thought they
actually
were
more of a
just-
twist the other way.
I always thought they were just kind of like a copy from Seinfeld, but for younger people.
Kind of.
That's what I thought.
Mm.
Maybe wrongly.
Kind of.
Anyway,
But Seinfeld's apartment was
Trek.
more realistic.
Yes.
Star Trek.
Anyway.
was
Star
Seinfeld's,
Trek.
was Seinfeld's apartment more
Trek.
realistic?
Then the Friends apartment, the big,
Yeah.
huge apartment
Huge.
in New York City.
Mhm.
All right. Contention was they could never afford that.
Yeah.
Never.
But it
Even
wasn't it though?
sharing the
They
rent.
said it was a sublet
It was-
from one of her.
It was her grandmother's and it was like rent controlled.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that's okay then. That makes more sense.
Yeah.
Because I've been in one of those too.
I'll tell you what was
Yeah.
not realistic about Seinfeld's apartment
Hmm.
was the layout. Look at
Yes.
this.
Right,
Oh,
where that
yeah.
hallway
No,
was.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's not.
Yeah.
Right? So this was
Right,
the
yeah.
couches, the kitchen, here's the front door, and the hall was supposed to go this way as
Mhm.
they showed,
Yeah.
but obviously that would cut right through his kitchen.
Yep.
That's Kramer's door,
Yep.
and then that doesn't
Hello,
work.
human.
Yeah, it doesn't work at all.
Makes me kind of miss that apartment just looking at that layout. Anyway,
Mhm.
Aw.
point is, let's find out now that we've stalled long enough for people to get a chance to vote. The winner
yeah.
is 8% said Zephram, Z Lily calls him.
Mhm.
16% said Chapel, 30% said Rand, and 44% said
Wow.
Savick. Very nice. Very cool.
Yeah, that is cool. Savick is an awesome character.
She really is.
Mhm.
Yeah.
She really is.
So is
Cool.
the
Yeah.
lady that played her.
There are two of them.
She
And one of them is
really-
related to Cheers, which we were just talking about.
Okay,
Yes.
Right.
Savick,
And
Yeah.
the other one is one of my favorite people I've ever met.
Aw.
Aww. Yeah,
She's-
she's
mm.
pretty wonderful.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You can say her name. It's Robin Curtis.
Yeah.
Right.
You stop it.
And you guys, you and Melissa,
It's not like a
had a
spoiler.
fantastic interview with her.
We did. You can find it on Melissa's YouTube.
Hmm.
Three
Oh,
Fat
yeah.
Lobsters.
Talking about friends, because that's
Yeah.
where I got that from.
Oh, it's all a big circle of life. Yeah, that's it exactly. Hey, what else is in the news, folks?
Well, I'll tell you. This is from a website called screenrant.com by John Orchiola. That's AKA Back of the Head.
He's in the chat.
Oh, really?
He
Hello,
is.
John.
I
In
saw
the
him popping in
chat.
there. Yeah.
One missing Star Trek Strange New Worlds character has me worried. They'll die in season 3.
Oh no,
Whoa, is it Sam Kirk?
that's what I think now.
Because
No.
he does die in the thing, but Batel, we
In
kind of saw her
TOS.
in the we kind of saw her a little bit in the trailer, but I guess maybe
No, we didn't.
we didn't. I thought we did.
No,
Or we
did
saw-
not. We saw Sam Kirk in the trailer.
What did
because
we
he was
see
on
her
the
in?
planet
Oh,
with the
it was
Gorn.
those posters. We
Right.
saw her in the
Posters.
posters, but we did not see Sam Kirk in those posters.
Right, but we did see him in the trailer.
But we love him.
But he could die in episode 9.
No, he
could.
couldn't because he's established in TOS and he dies in an
Oh,
episode of
right.
TOS.
Oh,
But the timeline has changed. Well, no, you're probably
The raw
right.
chicken breast.
I feel
monster.
better about that.
Yeah, you're probably
feel
right.
better
Do you
about
guys
that.
think that anything is going to change because with Pike's knowledge that the timeline is because a lot of people are saying that this is a new timeline now that Pike knows his fate.
I think
I don't
to
think
me,
so.
I think it
yeah,
would only be a
I
new if he like changed it because he by learning it he all like and as long as he like learned it and doesn't change anything, then he always knew.
Right. He could have always
yeah.
known.
because
Yeah.
they kind of already revisited that idea of him changing the future so that he doesn't die, since he
Yeah.
does know about it now. And he learned that if he did change the future, somebody more important to the timeline would end up dying before his time, and that was Spock.
Exactly.
And so he kind of had to accept his fate and just accept that he knows the end is where the
Yeah.
end date is, and he's not going to do anything
He's
about
on
it.
That's right.
borrowed time, you
Right.
know.
Yeah.
So Robert Kaiser in the live chat says, I'm building a model rocket in Star Trek Online while you talk. This guy knows how to party.
That's awesome.
He
cool.
gets it.
Whoa.
Rose Kirby says, hey, will Star Trek 4 be in Prime Universe or
Hmm.
a parallel universe?
That's a great
I
question.
think what we know about the Kelvin timeline is that would that be considered a parallel universe, I guess? I mean, it's
Yeah, alternate
yeah.
universe.
Alternate, yeah.
Split off from the main one when the Kelvin blew up. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Like the
the main
Galapagos
as
split
we
off from
know
the
it,
mainland.
Nice.
right?
Off of Ecuador.
They have big turtles.
They do have big turtles.
And
Anyway.
what is his
Tortoises.
name? Tortoises, who's over 100 years old, and he's so freaking cute.
Yeah.
I forgot his name, but
Bill.
he's so cute. Isn't it Bill? No, it's something fun like that, like Roger
That
or
is
Bill
very
or
fun.
Harry.
But here's the key, you guys. Back to this. So, Melissa,
Mhm.
does he guess that it is Batel, Captain Batel, and why? What does he think?
Well, he's just surmising that since we don't see her, it is very possible that she could die. Seeing as that we never see her in the future in TOS in anything,
Right.
it is possible that she will die.
And she is in a
But
precarious position where we left her.
right. I mean, she's been infected with these Gorn babies for over a day, and gestation in humans is about a day and a half. And yeah, and they have her on the Enterprise, and Nurse Chapel is trying to save her, figure out a way to save her. But you know, I don't know. I think it would be when I watched the finale,
Yeah.
it kind of set up like they were gonna Nurse Chapel was gonna save her. That's how I kind of felt.
Yeah.
But I don't know if she's been infected for far too long. I don't know. I think it would be too much of a we're gonna save the day and so unrealistic for them to save her. But
I
whatever.
don't think she's
It's
gonna
Star
die.
Trek.
Yeah. I've said it before and I'm sticking with it. I'm calling that she's
Yeah.
not dying. But that's just because I feel like they're gonna like really science it and they're gonna figure out some stuff and use
Right.
solve the problem with diplomacy or something. I feel like there's a like I'm very I'm very like what's the word? Not optimistic, but like I'm very I'm
Swimmy. I get it.
Two words. Sounds like
I like thinking about it, where I'm like, oh no, it's gonna be fine and no one's gonna die and they're gonna solve all the problems with
optimistic.
diplomacy and nobody has to
Delusional.
shoot each
Oh,
other.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
just don't.
And I completely
s-
understand what you're saying. I definitely like,
Yeah. I
yeah.
mean, watching what they did to the character that they were born out of, that we did see them get birthed out of.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they're totally feral and totally territorial against each other
And hungry.
and hungry. So I don't know how much how controllable they are.
Yeah.
But if they do save her and are able to capture the babies too,
Right.
maybe they can use them as like
Ooh.
science study or something.
Yeah,
I'm
or at the
not
very
very
least
controllable
leverage.
when I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
You just
if-
need a
Leverage
Snickers.
too.
What if they put her in the same suspension that Mbenga had his daughter in?
Ooh.
Transport her.
Mm.
Way to,
Hmm.
Interesting.
I don't know.
That's an interesting
I don't
idea.
know.
I mean, obviously, like whether she lives or dies, I think, this is something that cool and good producers do, which is we're going to
Mhm.
release a trailer, but we're not going to show the person that might be dead because we don't want to
Exactly.
give it away. We want people to still be frightened and be willing to
Exactly.
wait whatever it is, 6 years for the next season to come
Right.
out.
Well, and keep them hopeful too, because they did release a poster of her. So
Exactly.
it's like we don't really
They're
know.
messing with us.
I was just
They
going to say,
are
they're
messing
messing
with
with our
us.
emotions.
Speaking of
know.
messing with our emotions, hide your wheat thins, folks.
Oh dear.
Nice,
Oh,
Jenny.
dear.
Rico E. Anderson has entered the chat.
Oh man alive. I just got this new batch of wheat thins. I shook them out of the tree and just okay. Also, let's see. Gorn Burgers says Mark Zetkoff or Gorn Dogs. What is going on? Greg
I
is
don't
saying
know.
Gorn can be good though. Dave Gregory says Gorn sliders.
Why are we eating
corn
corn?
pops?
Corn pops.
Yeah,
And
Gorn on the cob.
Oh my god.
Gorn movie.
Oh man. I'm having a nice time.
Anyway,
It's great.
yeah. I wonder where do we know what the Gorn home planet is?
No, we haven't
Let's
been
see.
there yet.
It was they met on that one moon. Like, where is the Gorn star? You know what I mean? Like where that they come from initially. Matt's looking it up.
Corn star. Corn stars.
Corn star.
Interesting. Okay, well,
Bow
Star
chicka
Trek
bow
Online
bow.
calls
Chicka
them,
bow bow.
calls their planet Gornar.
Oh god.
Gornar?
Gorn.
Gornar. Yeah,
Gorn star.
interesting. As they originate Theta Quadrant.
Gornholio.
I am the great.
Nice,
Cornholio.
Joshua Reeve. Nice.
Cassandra coming through with Corn Hub.
Gorn hub. Yes.
I am the great. Cornholio. I need to be
We've really started something special here, folks.
Mhm.
Gorn
So
hub.
the point is, what's next on the agenda today? Ooh, here's a fun one.
That's a good question.
This is from everybody's favorite website, inverse.com. Check this out. Star Trek's latest meta twist has a wild canon precedent. Trek in your Trek.
Yeah. It was hard
What?
to get my mind around it.
What does
I
that
read
mean?
that a couple of times, but I guess Kirk wrote a memoir of some sort in 1979. Well, Roddenberry wrote a Kirk memoir, and where it was saying that this crew was following them around and chronicling everything that happened during their 5-year mission, but it was highly exaggerated, and so that the real stuff that happened started like the stuff that we know that actually happened actually started with the first movie.
Real quick pause. Everybody, the
Oh.
Matt Boardman has to go.
Yeah.
Give him some love in the live chat. He's got to
Oh
run.
man.
I totally forgot about that.
Dude,
Thanks, Matt.
same.
See you next time, man. All right. Please continue, Melissa Longo.
So, yes, so the stuff that actually is canonically relevant, it actually starts with the motion picture, which is how things are really supposed to look and not what they look like in the original series.
Oh, okay.
So the interpretation of the Chronicles is an exaggerated version. So they're going into these Chronicles. So they're they're revisiting I don't know. It's like Trek in Trek. It's bizarre and it makes my mind go, wait, what?
My mind just did that.
So wait. So like they're so the stories are stories in the universe, but they're like stories about real people who did real things, but then there's stories. So like the Star Trek story in universe is like a story.
Yeah.
I gotcha. I'm with you. I'm with you.
It's like those movies that are based on a true story.
Yeah.
And so that's what TOS is this being, I know, allegedly is
Right.
based on a true story.
Mhm.
But we're getting the true story starting with the motion picture.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. So what does Inverse have to say about it?
Well, that's what they're just guessing. That's what that
Right.
1970s
episode
episode that we got teased in the trailer
Gotcha.
might be about. We don't really know.
Right.
It's just a theory.
Cool.
You know what I was just thinking?
What?
It's a beautiful day outside. Happy spring, everybody. I hope everybody's enjoying their
Yay.
spring. Jenny, I know it's not spring for you until like July or something.
We had a snowstorm last night.
Yeah, so
I
still
literally
got
was
away.
out for a walk in the snow before this. Yeah.
You're lucky.
That's
Very
wonderful.
fortunate. Yeah.
I do not necessarily agree with that assessment, but thank you.
You know what I'm having a storm of outside? Cute little lizards.
Oh,
I'll keep seeing lizards out. Like, I guess April is lizard month because they're just out. They're
Nice.
hanging out. They're out front. They're out back. I'm just like, hey, guys. And they're like, screw you. I'm going to sit here and you're going to leave me alone. And they're right. I'll
I
leave them
love
alone. But I
them.
want to pet them.
Me too.
They're like, I'm looking for love, baby.
I'm like, let me pet you. And they go.
And so, everybody in the live chat, we want to wish you a very happy spring. Let us know, what is spring like for you so far? Are you enjoying rain and winter months still? You know, are you getting hot
Bob
and
D
cold?
also got snow last night.
Bob D.
And same with Linda Anderegg.
Windy too.
Yeah.
Windy, you know, I've realized recently,
Yeah.
windy is my least favorite. And I'll tell you why. First of all, when it's cold, you put on a jacket, you do whatever, you're fine. That wind makes that cold a lot more biting and a lot more, it's like it's rude.
Yeah.
But whether it's cold or warm, and obviously in LA, when that wind picks up every year, it creates a ton of fires, as we, find out every year. This year it hits cities, which usually it stays in the hills, but
Yeah.
it's an every year thing, and it's that darn wind. But wind is just obnoxious. It's annoying. It blows stuff in my eyes, and
you
as
don't
a
even have long
contact lens
hair.
wearer, right?
I know.
And it blows things. Is when it's really windy, it
Makes
blows
your
stuff
nose
in
run and your eyes water.
Yeah.
And then your hair gets stuck in it. And
Yeah.
It blows leaves in your like patio, your yard, your what I get all and it makes your car dirty. and it makes things dusty. And did I mention it's obnoxious? You're like you're talking on the phone. It's just wind is obnoxious.
I like
It's
warm
like that
summer
loud
wind.
guy.
I like
A
that.
summer breeze.
Breeze is yeah.
Sometimes I like a big fat hot wind, Like I like that. Like the wind in Vegas. I loved the wind in Vegas.
Sure.
Where you're walking down the street and it feels like you just opened the oven and it's just like and you're just like, yeah. Yeah, I like that.
That's fine because it's this temporary thing.
Yeah. And I don't live there. So it's a novelty. Yes. Exactly.
Wind is obnoxious.
But yeah, I don't like cold wind. Cold wind like gets down my throat and takes my breath away.
Okay, Berlin.
Yeah.
That was a quickie. Name another song sung by Berlin other than Take My Breath Away. Top Gun song.
It's stuck in my head. I can't think of another
Metro was another song.
Metro?
Yeah, Riding on a Metro. I believe that was them.
Sing it to me.
Nope. So, anyway. Linda Anderegg says, I can't stand wind in my ears.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Well, because it hurts. It hurts.
Yeah. Anyway, keep your bananas and your fruit out of my chocolate and keep the wind to a reasonable level.
Here's a question.
Thank you.
Yeah, banana bread, chocolate chips.
Ooh. Oh, sure. That sounds fine.
But just not the other way around.
Put your chocolate anywhere you want with my food at all times, but keep your fruit out of my chocolate.
I'm on board with that. Yep.
I'll take chocolate in anything.
Yep.
Fruit
eggs,
out of
whatever.
Your chocolate.
Yeah, I could.
Fruit out of your
Dave
chocolate.
Gregory says, I can't stand wind up my shorts. This guy thinks he's Marilyn Monroe all of a sudden.
Dave Gregory is Marilyn Monroe. You take that back.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I actually saw him leaving his imprint on Hollywood Boulevard. That's true. It looked great. I was impressed. I peeked. Anyway, boy, we are derailed. The point is,
anyway.
So this is for Strange New Worlds, and I'm really confused. And I'll be honest, Melissa, I think it sounds like a great idea, but I hope it doesn't happen because that sounds too confusing for me, and I don't want to have to think that hard.
Very complicated. But it was a news item, and I thought I'd add it.
And it's very creative. I'll give 100 points for creativity.
Absolutely.
If the writers do that, extremely creative. Big points to the person who wrote this and surmised this. Big points.
Ryan Britt. But
our buddy.
But he says if they did do that, it would actually loosen things up as far as canon goes a bit. So they wouldn't have to be so rigid.
Loose canon.
Ooh. With canon.
Ooh.
Because
90% of fans will not like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're loose cannons themselves.
Because loose cannon. Anyway.
Loose cannon. Like that?
Loose cannon.
Wait.
Loose cannon. Loose cannon.
Wait, what's that one? What? Red Robin. That's what it sounded like. Red Robin.
Oh.
But it also sounded like
not what I was thinking.
Moon Shadow. Also
yes, Moon
like that
Shadow.
One. But that reminded me of Blue Bayou, which is a good one too. Anyway.
Nice. That is a good one.
I like that one too.
The point is, it sounds really interesting and it sounds really creative. And if that's what it is, then tough, Ryan, deal with it. I will have to deal with it and I will love it.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. Okay, Star Trek Online. I must confess, I've never played Star Trek Online. However, I have read Star Trek articles on the internet before.
Yeah.
And this one is from Massively OP. Star Trek Online. This is one of our favorite websites, massivelyopt.com. Star Trek Online celebrates First Contact Day and turns up experience rates.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I can already see
My
what it
first
is. That's
girlfriend's
awesome.
birthday.
Yeah, no, it was written today.
Mm-hmm.
But
So,
the deals that go with this First Contact Day stuff goes through April 12th. So it's still relevant.
Tell us about it.
Well, I guess you get levels up. I don't play the game either. So
ooh.
I don't either.
Uh-oh. Okay, so the point is that First Contact Day was added to Star Trek Online, which I think is really cool.
Yeah.
But I thought you had played before, Melissa. I thought you'd be able to be like, and it's really cool. It's in Sector G or something like my favorite sector.
I watched Aaron play the game.
I remember he played, yeah.
And he's always said hashtag play Ferengi. And I think he still probably would say that.
Yeah.
But but no, I watched him play, and I know that the game is really fun for people. It's
Arch
just
Scott agrees with you.
Oh, yeah.
It's just very intensive. So the people who are in the game know where to go to find the First Contact Day. I think it's just fun that they're doing First Contact Day, and they had a statue of Zephyr Cochrane in the game.
Yeah,
and
that's
then
awesome.
You get some power-ups for a deal. Like if some free, they might be free power-ups. I'm not 100% sure. Don't quote me on that.
I would never.
But there's some deals on some power-ups that are good until April 12th.
That's cool.
Wow.
Oh, Joshua Reeves said he plays a Ferengi engineer on his or sorry. He has a Ferengi engineer on his ship.
Fun.
Nice.
Cool about Star Trek Online, you can like build your own ships, right? Like you get to I mean, that's why it was so cool in Star Trek Picard when they got Star Trek Online to bring in a bunch of their ships, because it made all of these Star Trek Online ships canon, which for the people who play Star Trek Online is sick.
Yeah.
Same with the Enterprise F. That was like a completely Star Trek Online thing.
Yeah.
Did it look the same?
Yeah. Yes.
Wow, that's fun.
Yeah, isn't that cool? Like that's really like that's such a great way to bring those parts of the fandom together.
Well, I know that Star Trek and Star Trek Online do have a dialogue.
Yes,
like,
yeah.
They do talk like Star Trek Online is not canon, but they go, but we do borrow some stories from Star Trek Online. Sure. Star Trek Online does talk with them and say, what's this all about? You know, I think that's really cool that there is an open dialogue and it's kind of a loose canon, which is what we're talking about here.
Loose cannon.
Oh,
loose cannon.
What is
Green giant.
That's what it is.
Thank you.
Yes.
Oh.
Ho, ho, ho. Green giant.
Giant.
Yes. Oh, what a relief.
Woohoo.
I was about
anyway, it's a short little article, but I thought it was worth mentioning.
That is fun. A lot of people in the live chat love Star Trek Online.
Yeah.
Let us know in the live chat if you play or have ever played Star Trek Online. Yeah, Walter, I thought it was Red Robin too, but Green Giant, I mean, there are only so many jingles in the world. You know.
Ark Scott says, I have a Ferengi security chief, but it might not be my best idea because I have to pay him extra.
Just give him Umax, you'll be fine. No, I'm just kidding. There's an extra cost for that.
Sounds like an insecurity chief.
Oh.
Anyway. All right. Well, that's fun. That's cool. I'm always rooting for Star Trek Online.
Yeah, me too.
I never played it, but I'm always rooting for them.
Me too.
Yeah.
Here's another one. This one is fun. This is from, oh, thank goodness. What a relief. Oh, it's from our favorite website, StarTrek.com. Why is it our favorite?
No
No
pop-ups.
pop-ups.
Oh, bless your souls. What angels. How did I get so lucky to have such good friends? StarTrek.com,
Oh.
best website ever. No pop-ups. Thank goodness. Trelane's jacket. It's Trek through Hollywood. How one costume jacket made the Hollywood rounds from Gilligan's Island to the monkeys. What?
This is something I love about like 60s Star Trek.
Television viewers watching their favorite shows during January and February 1967 might have had a sense of triple deja vu. Popular sitcoms Gilligan's Island and The Monkees, along with Star Trek, then in the middle of its first season, all used the same memorable costume. Star Trek fans may know it best as General Trelane's cloak and jacket from The Squire of Gothos.
Yeah.
Ta-da!
That's so cool.
Looks heavily knitted in the front.
Mhm.
Something.
Like embroidery.
The costume was not designed by William Ware Tice. It's Tice, right? The talented designer responsible for nearly all of the costumes seen in the original series. Rather, as a time and cost saver, the exquisite costume worn by actor William Campbell in his portrayal of Trelane was rented from the Western Costume Company. Well, I've been there. That's fun.
That's awesome.
They've been there forever.
Yeah.
The company founded in 1912. Okay, yeah, they've been there forever.
Yeah, been there
1912
forever.
by L.L. Burns is still in business today and has designed and supplied costume used in many of Hollywood's most famous films, including True Grit, The Ten Commandments, and Titanic. As such, there were multiple versions of the Trelane costume used in many productions in addition to Star Trek.
That's wild.
So fun.
So cool.
Okay, I'm going to call out StarTrek.com. I'm not screwing around here anymore. I'm going to be real.
Why?
StarTrek.com, here's a little bit of tough love for you. This hurts me more than it hurts you, okay? You need to write more articles because your articles are great and I like them, and you need to write more articles. I want to see like 3 or 4 a day.
Yeah.
You can afford it.
Yeah.
You do great stuff.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful and I enjoy looking at it. And somehow the background looks kind of nice. I mean, it's just a very pleasant experience.
It's a nice website.
It's a beautiful website.
Nice
it's very pleasant and comfortable and easy on the eyes. And I want more of it. I like it. I love it. I want some more.
And they always have great graphics and pictures.
They really do.
The graphic for the headlines are usually so really cool. So really cool.
I'm getting some headlines.
But they're great. Yeah.
Totally.
Enjoy
You're right.
StarTrek.com. They're so easy to read and it's enjoyable. And there's some pictures of the monkeys.
Oh,
cute.
Let's see them.
What is your favorite monkey?
It was usually Davy or the other one.
No, I mean the animal, not the singers, not the musicians. But look at this guy. Lovey's Secret Admirer on CBS. See, this one's open.
Yeah. My favorite monkey.
The Prince and the Paupers. There it is right here on the left. NBC.
Peter. Right?
I also liked the one in the middle that was standing up.
Mickey.
Mickey. Yes, Mickey. Favorite monkey.
The Squire of Gothos, we know.
Look at that detail. It's so pretty.
Yeah.
And the colors.
That's some serious choppage right there.
Isn't it?
True that.
Some hardcore choppage.
Yeah.
Wowie. Okay, cool. StarTrek.com, make some more Write some more articles. We love your articles. They're great.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
They are great.
You're like the official Star Trek website. Whatever.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Benjenium says, my favorite monkey is Pavel Chekhov.
Cute. Very nice. Yeah, what is a good monkey?
There's some
I mean, there's
really
always like
cute
those little
ones.
guys that are these little rascals, those, but I can never remember
the
what they're
ones that
called.
sit in the hand and then
Yep.
they eat the bananas and they're so cute.
What are they called?
I like the Emperor Tamarins, the guys with the big fluffy white mustaches. They're hilarious.
Fun. I know those
little guys.
guys.
I love those guys.
Those are so cute. Bonobos are cute with their funny noses.
Yeah.
Bonobos.
Is it the bonobos that the ladies are always in charge?
Bonobos? I think so.
Yeah, I like that.
I think so.
Yeah.
Why? What do you mean?
Yeah, they got it figured out.
Actually, you know what? This is fun. Jenny.
Yeah?
Let's have a fun day today. Take over.
What?
Yeah.
No problem.
Just tell me. Yeah, you got this.
I got this. All right. So, let's see. Where are we at here? All right. So, next up, let's talk about the lesson that Ron Moore learned from writing for Star Trek that he took to BSG. Hey, Ryan, do you have that article linked that you could just pop it up on screen for us?
Right away, Jenny.
Nice. Thanks.
And now, see, this website has a lot of pop-ups.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah. They're selling supplements. They're selling all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. So you have to scroll.
Oh, I thought we were going to read. Okay. Right away.
Yeah.
Right away. Here we go. Oh, it's a Battlestar Galactica. Okay, here we go. So sorry.
So, as you all know, Ron Moore cut his chops writing for Star Trek before he went on to write and create the insanely awesome Battlestar Galactica reboot. And he learned some lessons along the way. Hey, Ryan, do you want to read this for us?
Well,
sure. Oh, no,
go ahead.
No, because there's really just one lesson that he learned.
Nice.
Not to take to Battlestar Galactica. Because sometimes articles go the wrong way before getting to the point.
What? What's so funny? What did I miss? What happened?
Oh my
You guys,
gosh,
I accidentally wrote something in the live chat and now Melissa and Jenny are laughing.
My brain. I'm a very visual person, so I have pictures in my head right now.
I do too.
Anyway, so but the thing that he took to Battlestar Galactica that he did in Star Trek was not to bring technobabble with him.
Oh,
right. Good point. Yeah.
It slowed for him. It slowed down the dialogue and made things a little bit clunky and less relatable to the average person.
I like that. That's really interesting.
Yeah.
It felt in a way, Battlescar Dramatica in a way felt to me like it was almost more real. Like they weren't trying to be like in a galaxy far, far away like Star Wars, and they weren't trying to be like in a new utopian future like Star Trek. They were just like, it is real people who shit and piss and fuck and cuss, and they make up their own cuss words, which is cool. And it was just very real. And so
and they just happen to be in space.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. 100%. 100%.
Yeah, it works for Trek, but it doesn't work for Battlestar Galactica, where
Yeah.
everything is far more stripped down and
Mhm.
far more like real world grassroots in space type thing.
Yeah. That's really interesting. Oh my God.
Bow chicka bow bow. Anyway, but yes, so that's the gist of the article.
It's great.
I said gist, not
It is a good
Gist.
article.
gist.
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
that's really quite interesting, actually, because, yeah, I've never really thought about it in that respect. Somebody mentioned in the live chat that Ron Moore has a great interview on Katie Sackhoff's podcast,
Oh, cool.
talking
Yeah.
about a lot of those things, including Star Trek. And
That's
Wow.
I am
cool.
happy to have the reminder because I meant to listen to it and I forgot.
What if Katie Sackhoff got a role in Star Trek and then she's
would
in
be awesome.
Battlestar,
Yeah.
Star Wars, and Star Trek?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
I
pretty
think she
rad.
should be in Star Trek. That
I think
would
she
be
should too.
awesome.
let's
Mhm.
okay, let's do it.
Yeah, let's do
I
it.
love this
Let's do
plan.
it.
I'm convinced.
Alex, we're talking to you, Katie Sackhoff.
Hey, Alex.
Hello, hello.
Get on it.
And we know Frakes is on board. He was like, yeah, you
Yeah.
should be.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she had
Okay.
him on the podcast too.
Well, what's next,
Yeah.
Johnny?
Yeah, that was a great. Wait, Johnny. Wait, that's me. Wait,
It just
what?
felt right to say Johnny. What do we have for him, Johnny? What's next, Jenny?
Well, let's find out. Oh my gosh, we've had so many great things to talk
Tee-hee.
about. Wait, what? Okay. Hang on. So supposedly, the writer of The Inner Light invented a space habitat? Question mark? What? Whoa. It looks like we have
What?
another inverse article to look at.
Yeah, this is wild. Yeah, so he's basically has this contraption that uses sand and compounds it together to form it into shelters and habitats.
What?
So you don't have to bring things to space with you. All you need is this, I guess, 3D printer that uses
Yeah.
sand to make these habitats.
So cool.
And
Can I just
it's
say
not,
that's brilliant?
it's
Yeah.
Wow.
brilliant. It is brilliant.
Whoa.
Yes.
So he's like invented this, or he has like a concept for it.
Well, he's working with scientists on it. And it's wild how this developed is that he was because he goes to Star Trek conventions
Yeah.
for the Inner Light, and he's talked to NASA scientists and other scientists while at these conventions, and
Mhm.
they've been brainstorming and working on it. And it's still in the conceptual stage at the moment, but
Mhm.
they are on the verge of making this an actual workable model. And not only can you use these in space, they can be applied here when when they can be applied here. To when people get displaced
What did I
from
miss?
like a catastrophe, natural global disasters, like fire and stuff, they can build habitats for people.
That's incredible. Like that's really, really cool. Oh my God.
Do it. Do it.
Do it.
Okay.
Double dog dare.
Anyway, oh,
Boy.
Melissa, I don't know if Jenny knows about this, but you know we have an extra bonus article as well, right? Or something.
Yes, I did send it as a bonus article or a post, because it was such exciting news, and I sent it after I had sent the full other email. But this is wonderful.
What is
Wonderful,
it?
exciting news. Oh, there's a new announcement for creation. STLV.
Oh,
That's
Tell
you.
us. Tell us. Oh my God.
what's going on here?
Got a picture of woo, 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 with the happy face.
All right, live chat. I have a confession to make. Jenny and Melissa took Quaaludes before we went live today. They took Quaaludes and are on an IV drip of nitrous.
Mm.
Nitrous oxide.
Mhm.
Anyway,
One Trek fans asking while we're laughing so hard. Just reading some stuff.
Oh my. Hi, One Track
Zoom
fan.
chat. Hi, One Track fan.
oh, One Trek. Hello, our Canadian pal. All right,
Woo!
our favorite Canadian. So just kidding. We got a million favorite Canadians. We love all you guys. Facebook.com is the website. Creation is the page, and it says Colm Meaney. What? Wait, whoa! Is beaming to Las Vegas for Star Trek Las Vegas Trek to Vegas convention this August, joining the roster as our 80th guest. Big number 80. Jesus! Colm is appearing on Friday, August 8th, where he'll be on hand for a Q&A panel, taking photos and signing autographs for those with his a la carte tickets.
Ooh.
It's all happening at the Rio Las Vegas Hotel on August 6th through 10th with pre-registration night on Tuesday, the 5th. So come one and all for a trip around the galaxy. Get tickets here. Okay. Whoa.
Whoa.
Bonnie.
Whoa. Whoa. That's my friend
Isa.
Stephanie. Whoa.
Anyway, you could get tickets here.
That's
Wow, what a cool post.
So much
That is
fun.
super cool.
Do you
Yeah,
guys
that's so exciting.
do you
Oh my
like
gosh.
Colm Meaney?
He's great.
Yes.
I think that's really cool.
He's
That's like
fantastic.
super duper awesome.
That's fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Great. Well, we've heard fantastic,
Yeah.
awesome, and great. So that about covers it.
It's super cool. It's very, very cool. When was the last time that he actually came to one of these?
Um, well, I don't know. Let me think. I think it's been, I'm just guessing here.
Mhm.
I think that it's been since
A long road.
2018.
Oh,
2018.
Whoa. Sooner than I would have thought, actually. More
I was
recently.
at that one. How did I
Mhm.
miss him?
Oh, you miss him? So this
How
will
did I
be
miss
his
him?
this will be
Oh
his sixth
yeah,
appearance.
Nice.
because he was in photos with Hannah, and he was on stage
Remember
with
that?
her.
Yeah, I
Really?
remember that.
Oh,
Hannah's
that's so
Yeah,
first time
cool.
right.
back. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, that was sweet. I remember
that's
that.
a
That
And
was
she,
so
great
cute.
and
combo.
she said
Wow.
it was her first convention.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And she said when she saw him walking through the halls, she went, "Hi, Dad," and like ran up to him to hug him. And he was just like, Jesus. He didn't know who she was, but then
Oh
after
no.
he figured it out and he was very happy to see her. But I
Oh,
remember that
that's
was a
so
fun story.
cool.
Yeah.
That was so great. Wow.
That's very cool.
Memories.
Yeah. So, well, what do you say, Jenny? Let's talk about the week ahead. Or are you still reading
Yeah.
something?
No, I was just catching up on the old live chat. Just catching up. Everything's cool. The week ahead, folks.
What did
There's
we
some
miss?
crazy
What
stuff
did we miss in the
happening.
live chat?
What did we
Mark
miss?
Zutkov and is it Eric Scott? We're just talking about the commitments.
What's
And I was
that?
trying to figure out what movie they were talking about, and then I saw they were talking about the commitments. And yeah. And it was great. There's lots of great stuff happening.
Oh, hi, how are you doing? How are you doing? Oh, hi.
Oh my God. What it was is that I saw them talking about Rush and I was like, what are they saying about Rush?
Oh, that's cool.
I love Rush.
Okay, so let's talk about the week ahead.
Okay. Oh God.
Because
Oh
it's
God.
been an exciting weekend. It's been a great. Oh, Trek Talks was last weekend. They did an amazing job, right, Melissa? They raised, what was it, $77,000? So
Yeah.
congratulations to them. Really happy and proud
Right.
of them.
It was fun.
Amazing.
Oh, and Robert Picardo made a little bit of an announcement, and I don't know if this is a general, had been announced before, but
Not really.
he was talking with Kate Mulgrew during the last segment of the Trek Talks, and he just confirmed that he plays a teacher. The EMH is a teacher, a professor at
Makes sense.
Starfleet Academy. It does make sense.
Yeah.
Perfect. Amazing.
Yeah.
Gotta love that guy.
I know,
But
right?
Gotta love it.
It's great because Eugene Rod Roddenberry was on there, and he said that he would match up to $31,000 in donations, and they made at least 44 or something. And anyway, the final total ended up being $77K.
Okay.
That's amazing. Like,
yeah,
it's incredible. You get the Trek community together and they get stuff done. It's crazy.
right.
Like, it's really, really incredible.
So happy
And
about
John
that.
Billingsley is
An angel.
good job. He is an angel.
He's an angel in Batman underpants.
Yes! He's the real deal.
Exactly.
We'll call him Underoos.
Yeah.
Not under. Yeah, so that's great, everybody. I'm sure you can still donate. Go check them out. And if you can't, I'm sure they can redirect you to where you can donate. That's very important. And they do great stuff. And we're very happy for them that worked out. Not surprised. They always come through, but happy.
Yeah.
So then on Sunday, we released our full review of the original series episode Obsession with Walter Koenig. Remember Obsession by Calvin Klein? Isn't that a thing?
Oh,
yeah.
It is. It's like a cologne.
It was.
But did you miss 9 a.m.?
No, because we'll just do that because that's going to come up as the full gizzard.
Okay.
You know,
Gotcha.
you feel me on that one, but thank you though.
I feel ya.
Good thinking. Good thinking. Then yesterday on the Seventh Rule YouTube channel, we released our full review of everybody's favorite Next Generation episode. It's finally here. We reviewed it. It's all available right now. New Ground. Oh, that is just right. The live chat's all writing New Ground, New Ground.
Double Russians, double Russians, double Russians.
That was terrible.
No.
That was weird.
It's not that one.
Wait. Oh, no, it's not.
That was Hero Worship. That was Hero Worship. That's the very next
Hero
episode.
Worship.
So you've got the right time. It was the very next episode.
Yeah.
New Ground is the little guy.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And Alexander Coffin.
And also Alexander, yes. Not just the little guy. Yeah.
Okay.
Also Alexander coughing.
Oh, the coughing was silly, yeah.
I love Worf carrying the little alien. That's one of my favorite parts of that.
Okay, so then coming up soon, you guys, because this is important. On Friday, come right back to this channel, the Virtual TrekCon YouTube channel, at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 9 p.m. Atlantic Time, if you can believe that, for Star Trek and Chill. We talk about Star Trek, we chill, we relax, we drink. Melissa and Jenny have drinks with their Quaaludes, so it's a little different than this one.
You were talking about Friday at 9 o'clock, and I was like, "Oh my god, what is it?" I was literally like, forgot that it was Trek and Chill.
That's
I was like, oh my
weird.
God, we never do anything on Friday.
Oh yeah. Except for that every Friday.
Except for that every Friday.
And then this coming Sunday at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern Time on the Seventh Rule YouTube channel, we are releasing our first segment review of Power Play.
Speaking of Colm Meaney.
Oh boy, oh boy. Yes, very good. Good Colm Meaney stuff.
Yeah.
Cool. So we'd like to say thank you to the following. Or wait, do we say where people... How about Jenny tell us where people can find you and your goodies online?
Me? Well, folks, you can track me down via my website, jennyrjohnson.com, where you can sign up for my newsletter, which I'm probably going to send out this weekend. You can also find my shop there, where you can find prints of my stuff. Cool, huh? And you can also pop over to my social media on Facebook, Twitter. No. Not there.
Habit. He tossed it out. You threw it out a car window.
Facebook Threads, Blue Sky, Instagram, and TikTok. I am at Jenny R. Johnson Art. And you can also find me on this show and on Star Trek and Chill on Fridays. And this week, super cool, I got to have an interview with Sean Farrick and Ellie
Little Child?
Little Child, yes, from Trek Culture, and it's up on their podcast. So anywhere you listen to your podcasts, you can check that out. Cool. And it was super fun. And they're just
cool.
They're little dreamboats. I love them so much.
That is so.
It was really awesome.
They couldn't have found a better guest. You're a great guest.
It was
for their
super.
Show. That's beautiful. And Lucia Raz tells us that's also 9 p.m. Brazil time. So that's cool. And Greg Kenzo says, send lewds. So that's funny. And Ben Genium has the good knowledge. He says, Marina's pork coccyx. He gets it.
Oh,
he knows.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Melissa, yourself?
Walking art made by Melissa. What happened?
Nothing. Scary.
Golden Girls started playing. Anyway, at walkingartmadebymelissa.com and Melissa Longo on the social media and here on the YouTube through Fat Lobsters and Virtual TrekCon and and I'm done now.
Okay.
I'm stuck.
It's really good.
You got stuck. It happens.
Nailed it. Yes.
Everybody can find me online at Ryan TG Husk. Once again, that's at Ryan TG Husk. But especially Virtual TrekCon, Falling Tower, and the Seventh Rule on YouTube. That's where you want to go, really. Yeah. So check that out. Let's all be friends. Let's all be friendly. Yeah. And let's all be kind. Yeah. Shout out to Chase Masterson.
Yeah.
Love her.
Yay.
Great. Thanks very much to first person I see in the live chat, Jenny R. Johnson. There you are.
Hey.
Arg Scott, John Davis, Greg Kenzo, funny guy. Joel, thank you. Mark Zutkoff, also funny. Ben Genium, best name in town. Dave Schroeder, I think. Who else? Dave Gregory, of course, with the Hollywood Walk of Fame imprint that he did.
He's coming to Canada soon.
Nice. Lucky Canada.
Ooh.
Herbert Turner, thank you for hanging out with us. Amanda Stevenson, nice seeing you again. And everybody in the live chat, thanks for hanging out. We appreciate you guys. Linda Anderegg, One Trek, all of you. Chris Marshall, Robert Kaiser, hope you finished your model thing.
Yeah.
Sounds fun. We will see you all next time. And remember, when you guys want to think about giggling hosts and you don't know why, put it on the main viewer.